What's going on, you guys? Amazing and also terrible and also amazing news today. Lots of news. X-Wing 2.0 is actually coming out, and it's real this time. If you've recalled, like 2 years ago, I did an April Fool's joke about X-Wing 2.0. And so, I'm going to actually put a link on that video to point you here because it's for real now. They're doing a whole nother core set. Whole new X-Wing 2.0. If you didn't catch the hyperspace report, this is all it was. So a lot of you guys out there, like myself included, were really surprised because they announced the hyperspace report as it was going to be like covering the future of all of FFG's Star Wars games. No, it was just X-Wing 2.0. So a lot of us are a little bit misled by that and resenting kind of the format and the the misleadingness of it. But this is kind of really, really big news. So X-Wing 2.0 is really coming out, and it's got a whole lot of changes. I feel like there's a whole lot of good in this and some tremendous disappointments as well. I'm going to start off with all of the disappointments, and then we'll get into the new things that are kind of cool. First disappointment is whenever you come out with a 2.0 of a game, it kind of makes the 1.0 completely feel invalidated. So like my thousands of dollars that I've spent in X-Wing, I'm going to have to get a conversion kit. And each conversion kit is only good for X amount of X-Wings, X amount of Y-Wings, X amount of A-Wings, etc. So I'll probably have to get multiple conversion kits if I wanted to convert just my Rebels. There's a conversion kit for Rebels, a conversion kit for Empire, a conversion kit for for the Scum and Villainy. So it's going to be conversion kits for all of that X-Wing stuff. Saw's Renegades, which has not come out yet, will actually come with both the 1.0 and new 2.0 stuff, so you'll get to preview that before this comes out. This is not going to be first released until Gen Con, and then a wider release after that, I think in September of 2018. So yes, it's going to, and the conversion kits are going to cost you money. They're going to cost you money, and you're going to have to buy them to be able to play your old stuff with the 2.0. So that's a real bummer for everybody out there who is on a budget. Not going to lie, that's a bummer. The other thing that I think is a tremendous bummer is that the one biggest problem I had with X-Wing is storage, because there's so much to it now. You have all these cardboard chits for all of this stuff, and they should have just made it a pilot with a pilot upgrade with the ship card and the pilot upgrade. They didn't do that here. It's still pilot upgrade cardboard pieces. And so you're still going to have all those cardboard pieces. And if you want to hold on to your 1.0 stuff, you're going to have double the cardboard pieces. So they took the one biggest problem I had with the game, and they doubled it to make it twice the problem. So I am really disappointed with this game. So I will be getting rid of all of my X-Wing 1.0 stuff. I'm not quitting X-Wing, but I am quitting X-Wing 1.0 just because I can't. I've already got 2 tackle boxes full of all of this crap. I'm getting rid of it. Because I will be buying X-Wing 2.0, and I will be covering X-Wing 2.0. But since I do unboxings for you guys, and I do all of this stuff, I'm not going to get away with just getting a conversion kit. I have to get the stuff and show it to you guys and, take a look. And also there's some advantage in buying the new stuff anyway, because the new T65 that comes in this core set will have movable S-foils. So there's that. So there's a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. They're going to have a new base size. So they're going to have small, medium, and large. You're going to have a medium base size. So a lot of the ships that are like in that intermediate level, like your Slave 1, for example, is going to be the first one. It comes in the new medium base size. I've got my notes here. I'm just looking at. They're fixing turrets. So, like when the Shadowcaster came out with that mobile firing arc, that's kind of how all turrets are going to work now. And so that's a good thing. So, we talked about the bad. There's also good things. So just to recap, there were 3 bad things, right? They lied to us. A lot of us were expecting Legion, Armada, Imperial Assault, Destiny, all that other stuff. No. And the second thing is it's going to cost you more money to play your old game if you want to play it in the new events. And then the third thing is all that cardboard. So much cardboard. It's crazy how much cardboard. So the bad things. So we're on to the good things now. Better ship quality. Movable S-foils is a good thing. I'm really hoping that B-Wings will have movable S-foils as well. There's that. The fact that they have conversion kits is kind of a benefit, even though it's going to cost you more money. It's a negative, but there's a bright side to that, is it's not truly getting rid of all of your old 1.0 stuff. You can get the conversion kit, and they're gonna have those. And so let's talk about this. There's some new changes to this game. The bases are different. They have the printed differences. You have different maneuver templates. You have a little line in the center that's supposed to help you, like if you're doing a collision or whatever. It's going to give you more places to upgrade your stuff. the maneuver tool, the movement tools are redesigned. So a lot of the rules and stuff are redesigned. The dice are going to stay the same though. So there is that. We've got, you see here, you can kind of take a look at the new movement tool. Now they're changing green maneuvers to blue maneuvers. Same functionality, but what's happening is blue are better for colorblind players, so they're just changing green maneuvers to blue maneuvers, but mechanically it's the same. You can also see that the X-Wing is getting the new bullseye firing arc, so they're definitely trying to make the T-65 more of a beast. Another really cool thing about this is they're going to have going the route of more factions. I like this. I like more factions. I like the idea of more factions. It works for a lot of people. For people like me that want, that feel like the game was getting too saturated, now they can put more stuff specifically in the First Order. They can put more stuff specifically in the Resistance, especially with this new show Resistance coming out. Those are going to be their own independent factions. They can put more stuff in the Rebellion. It makes the T-65 not now the only X-Wing that'll be in the Rebellion. So they can, not have to worry about, oh, well, we integrated Astromech is now buffing both of these. Oh, and now why would you ever take the T-65? Well, if you want to play the Rebels, you'll have to take the T-65, right? So there's all of that. So that's good. That works for the game. It also works if you're on a budget and you're like, I can only afford, one faction. Well, now you don't have to buy, 5 times as much stuff. You can kind of focus on, what, I want to focus on playing the First Order, and then there you go. That much is cool. And then we're getting a lot of new pilots this way too. We're getting Iden Versio, which is one of the ones that they, so that's kind of cool. They're giving us some more pilots for, without coming up with yet another TIE Fighter expansion for 1.0. So that's interesting. Now, and the cards are going to be redesigned a little bit, and there's a lot to talk about with the cards. Another thing that's cool is they're giving you Force. The Force is going to play a part in this game. So you're going to get Force tokens. You can use these Force tokens to do all sorts of different things. For example, you can spend a Force token to change like an eyeball to a hit or an evade. So it's like a Force token on itself can be like a single focus, or a single die's worth of focus. But also the Force tokens can be spent in conjunction with like certain powerful actions that are going to require you to spend them. So it can be fuel for more powerful things. So that introduces a whole different level to this game. So it gives you Luke Skywalker doesn't have to be an ace pilot in order to still be effective. You can have Wedge, who's like the super ace, and you can have Luke, who's good, but also has the Force. And so they can be, differently good. So that's cool. Pilot skills are being changed. There's not going to be veteran instincts anymore. There's also not going to be push the limit anymore. You're going to have red actions that people can take. They're going to be able to incorporate a lot of new aspects into this game. And here we got to look at some of the different things that are going to be available. So you're going to have conversion kits up here at the top. And so that much is right over here. Yeah, conversion kits. And then you have accessories. And then down there you're going to have the expansions. And they're going to be doing, again, it's going to be rebuying stuff you already have. Or you just get the conversion kits. And a conversion kit, per faction. So you won't, they're not going to break your bank too much. But, it's not going to be, the conversion kits, what are they? I think they're like about $50 or so. I'm pulling it up right now. But I'm just not super crazy about the pricing on all of these. So let's take a look at some of the launch wave of 2.0. So it's going to be very similar to the launch wave of X-Wing 1.0. In that you're getting an X-Wing and a Y-Wing. Now the dice and the maneuver template upgrades are staying the same, although they are obviously getting some new packaging with the new design. Okay, that's fine. Got it. And then your Rebel Alliance conversion kit. So the conversion kits are going to have stuff for everything that's already out. So you can still fly your B-Wing, your A-Wing, everything for the Rebels is going to be represented in here. Upgrade cards are now not the mini anymore. They're the full size and they're just turned sideways. This is also a good and a bad thing because it means all your little mini sleeves are now useless. It also means all your mini pages are now useless, or you can repurpose them for other games because plenty of other games are going to use these cards. So you don't really have to throw the mini sleeves away, although you are probably going to have to pull them out when they can be a pain in the butt to pull out. But generally, I am a big fan of making all the cards the same size because it's just easier. So you just can just buy like one type of sleeve and just use it for everything. I think that's probably a good thing. If you got those 3x3 pages, you can have a whole ship worth of stuff in those pages. They're using this app now too that you can do all your list building, and they're going to be adjusting. There's no point costs on any of these cards, which is crazy. So it's all going to be updated like in the ether. It's all going to be updated online. And so like, oh, this is too strong, you know. So this way you can get rid of errata. So this is one thing I did complain about, which is a major plus for 2.0, is errata. Errata's totally changed. So they can just update stuff digitally now, which is going to take care of most of it. Certain things are still going to be hard printed on the cards, but they can always, if something's too strong, they can just make it cost double. You know, in theory, I don't think they'll be. You know, usually adjustments are more subtle than that, but. You're also going to get your Imperial expansion kit, as well as the, like again, just like the original wave of X-Wing, you're getting the TIE Advanced and the TIE Fighter. And we're getting, looks like we're getting Bullseye arcs on the TIE Advanced as well. A lot of Bullseye arcs all over the place. So that's definitely a new thing. And then we're seeing the front and rear arc there for that fire spray, and we're getting, you know, Darth Vader will obviously have force powers. So new versions of all this stuff. And then we're getting a Scum version of the same stuff. We're getting the Fang and the Slave 1 to launch with Scum, which is pretty cool. We're getting some new Scum, you know, we're getting some different pilots too. So they're giving you some new pilots that you can use in 2.0. And I think that some of the pilots just weren't going to transition well into 2.0. So they're giving you replacement pilots. And it makes me wonder, like, when future expansions come out for 2.0 that are going to mirror the 1.0 expansions, like, how will they be different? What new stuff will you end up getting? There's also a thing with this new damage deck. If you pre-order the core set, you can get a damage deck. Now, this damage deck is supposed to be the same as the Force Awakens core set, or at least the 2.0, not the Force Awakens, but the 2.0 core set is a new damage deck, and they're going to basically give you an alternate art version of the damage deck that's going to come in the new X-Wing 2.0 core set. So if you pre-order, you can get an alternate art damage deck, and that's a lot to talk about. So I'm interested in the fact that there's no point costs. I like that. I like that they're going to do an official list builder. That's nice. That's nice. Hopefully there'll be just as much support for all the web-based ones, because sometimes people are sitting at their computer like to speculate on lists and stuff. I do that a lot at work. I like the new base sizes. There's a lot of this stuff that I do like. I like that the Force is a new mechanic. I think that's very cool, and opens the door for a lot of really cool stuff without it just being focus. Because focus is, the game definitely needed a change. The game definitely did, and I think I've been arguing I have a lot of videos talking about what should X-Wing 2.0 have, and we've gone back about my biggest complaint has always been the cardboard situation, and I don't feel like that's getting any better. So what I'm probably going to do, like when I got into X-Wing, I kind of went crazy. Like I bought like 7 TIE Advanceds and all of this stuff. So like I have like 12 TIE Fighters. I went completely bonkers with X-Wing. So I think if I start over, it's going to be like, especially considering how many games I play, I'm just going to probably do one of everything, and see if doing that I can kind of balance it. The problem is if I sell all my 1.0 stuff, I'll be at a tremendous disadvantage when this game launches, because if you're starting with 2.0, you will have no way to get an A-Wing unless you go and buy an old A-Wing and then a conversion kit. So there is that, and the conversion kits are $50 each. So for a new player starting out with 2.0, you're gonna have to. So that's what really worries me is, you kind of have to keep you have to have your 1.0 stuff, and you have to have the conversion kit if you want to be competitive on day one, which is a little bit strange to me, right? Like you're really making the cost of entry kind of, by that $50 conversion kit. I'm just not crazy about that. Just not crazy about that, because like, what if I just want to start over? What if I just want to scrap everything and start over? Or what if you're a brand new player? Now you got to spend $40 for your core set, because everybody's going to need the new core set regardless, because you got new stuff in here, new obstacles, new damage deck, new rules, etc. You're going to have the core set. The maneuver templates are a little different, so that much is mandatory. Core set mandatory. If people are going to have 14 waves worth of Rebel ships if they buy the $50 expansion, so now you're up to $90 right out the gate. and that's just for one faction. You know, you're looking at you're looking at almost $200 for all three. You know, to have the full flexibility of all the stuff that's available already. So this is a pretty steep buy-in for this, just for you to use stuff you already have. I don't know. I mean, the game did need a fix, but I'm not sure that these conversion kits is really the best way to go forward. But time will tell. We'll see. Like a year from now, if the game's really doing well and is in great health, then it will definitely be worth it. But could this end up hurting the game? Could people be turned off by this and all of a sudden it's no longer supported? Because we can pretty much assume that there'll be no more X-Wing 1.0 releases after this. I mean, I think that's pretty much a given. They haven't come out right and said, we're not making anything else for your old game, it's dead. Because they don't want to do that. They want you to still buy the product that's on the shelf right now. And they'll probably even reprint the stuff because, well, hey, they're going to have to still keep making those models as is, and they want people to buy the conversion kits. So they want people to keep buying the old models. But the conversion kit's not going to cover new stuff. The conversion alarm going off. The conversion kit's not going to cover new stuff that hasn't come out yet, right? So like otherwise it would be, you know, spoiling everything. You'd buy the conversion kit and like, oh, what's this? The Otana? Well, that's not out yet. I guess I know what's coming out next year. So that's another reason why they can't, unless they're going to keep making releases that have both 1.0 and 2.0 stuff. But this is why, like, I still didn't even know how to process this. It's always nice to see them take an interest in breathing new life into a game that you love. But at the same time, when you're having to spend $200 just to get started into using the stuff you already have, that's kind of rough. And a lot of people can't afford that. So we'll see. What do you guys think? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. To help you out, I am starting another round of the giveaway right now. So if you want to win a $20 expansion of your choice in the form of a cool stuff gift card that you can maybe save towards that $200 price tag, or just use for something for a different game right now, you can go ahead and enter to win that just by becoming a subscriber and leaving a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. But yeah, we're gonna keep running giveaways to help you guys out, because it's not easy trying to keep up with all this stuff. And they still didn't announce anything for any other game. So what's coming for Armada? What's coming for Legion? What's coming for Destiny? What's coming for Imperial Assault? Is there any brand new Star Wars games coming out? What's gonna be coming out? Is there any more board games coming out? Anything else new for Rebellion? They didn't announce any of that, so I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised why they didn't announce anything else. And when will it be? Because are they gonna make us wait till Gen Con? Because then that'd be a real shame, because they just announced, you know, like Wave 7 for Armada at last Gen Con. So we're down to only one news article a year for new releases for Armada. I mean, I guess I'll deal with it if that's the case. Armada's in a really good spot right now, which is a good problem to have. But I would love a teaser, because they said something big was coming, and it's already been like almost a year now that we've been waiting on that something big. Oh, it wasn't even at Gen Con. It was before that, or it was after that they announced it. So. Alright guys, well that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Enter to win that giveaway. Don't forget to click that little bell for alerts. And don't forget to check out Crabbok.com for all the latest news. We're going to have an article on this thing up on there soon as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.